AskReddit by the Forever Alone one. You're offered the ability to absorb the knowledge of any book you touch instantly, but the way it works is that time freezes and won't unfreeze until you finish reading the book cover to cover. Do you accept this power curse? Why or why not? Hey, could you hold these textbooks for me? Hey, a light on the dashboard just turned on. Can you flip open the manual and see what it means? If you're a very slow learner and a reader, and have you touched a book in some other language, would you get old till you are done deciphering and reading it? Will you go from 10 years to 90 years in just the flash of normal time? Probably not. It's instant absorption of the knowledge, so to other people it seems like you didn't age or anything. Hell yeah. I get to take my time reading, absorb all the info, and I get enough time to actually read books instead of just skimming. Sign me up. It's all fun and games until you accidentally touch an encyclopedia. So you are telling me that I can freeze time whenever I wish for however long, and when I resume time I learn all the knowledge from a book of my choice? Hell yes, sign me the fuck up. Just as long as my only pair of glasses doesn't break. 100% would accept. It gives me so many opportunities to be by myself. I like reading, so if I really had to read something, even if I accidentally touched it and hated it, I would. I get to spend hours upon hours by myself, and it's a pretty good way to cheat on tests or steal money or whatever. Yep. Same. Freeze time? Thanks for that power. So if you accidentally touched a Bible, for example, you'd be stuck frozen in time for like 50 hours? I'm a bit confused about the monkey's poor fine print of this deal, but it doesn't sound that catastrophic. Edit. Yeah, you guys are right, 50 hours is a massive underestimation. That would cover the bulk of the Old Testament, but the whole thing is probably closer to 80 hours. But hey, supernatural speed reading, P. Imagine a shelf full of Bibles falling on you. Divine retribution. 1. I can effectively teleport by reading a book. 2. I am technically immortal as long as I read. 3. There's all the time I ever wanted. Nothing in the prompt about your own time aging freezing. So you're saying I instantly, deeply and intuitively understand the information contained in the book, but as a penalty I then have to actually read the content, in the sense of passing my eyes over the actual characters on the page at a normal reading pace, even though I already understand it all? Sign me the fuck up. I would murder so many advanced physics and math books, it wouldn't even be funny. The actual reading part is like the least hard part of understanding most of that stuff. Or hell, advanced statistics and machine learning. Hell, just grab a book on speed reading and become a master of that, and you'll get through any book in no time. Like you say, reading itself is quick, it's processing the information that takes time. There is like literally no downside. Your downside is just the bonus ability to freeze time by touching books. Okay, yeah. You could always have a child book. The kind of stuff you take 5 minutes to read and use your power in a handy way. What happens if you touch an e-reader Kindle? That's not a book, it's a device to access books. Sounds like nothing but positives to me. Sure, I'd accept it. Do I absorb it as I read it or as I touch it? Because your question kind of contradicts itself. That was what I was thinking. Surely you're not absorbing anything if you have to read the book anyway. Reddit, would you eat a banana for $1 billion, with the drawback being that you know not everyone loves bananas? That's a hard choice, bro. I dunno. Would you? OP asks a question and then argues all the answers. I have to think that OP meant something different from what everyone is interpreting this as, because otherwise this thread makes no sense. I think they must have meant that once you start reading a book, that is the only thing that you do until you are done. No repositioning your body. No glancing around the room. Certainly no taking a break and napping. Your eyes scan and your fingers turn pages, no free will about it. Then there's at least something to think about. But they really didn't communicate that if that's what they meant. Do my bodily functions still work? How frozen is time? Can I drink a beer while I read the book? How far from the book can I walk to read the book until time unfreezes? Can I freeze time by touching a book, walk to another state, read it, and have traveled to that state for free and instantly? How much can I interact with the frozen world? Do I still have to pee, eat poo while time is frozen? Can I sleep or take naps if it's a huge book? Does it matter if the content is the same, similar, but it's a different author? Like, would 2 copies of the same book require me to read both cover to cover even if the only difference is that one of them has a different blurb, praise page, and a foreword? What about books I can't read because they're in a different language? Is this voluntary, or could someone potentially drive me insane by tossing a wheelbarrow of dictionaries at me printed by several? Too many variables, I'll pass. Well, that's not really instantly absorbing it, then it's just reading the book, just time is freezes while you are. Yeah, I don't see how instantly is part of this at all. I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding, but why would I have to read the book if I've already absorbed the knowledge instantly from touching it? Yeah, no negative to this at all. Time control and infinite knowledge. Repeatedly throws Bibles at you. Wait. I gain knowledge. AMD. I have time to read all the books I want. Where's the trade-off? I'm guessing part of the curse is that if you're just moving books around, or if you accidentally touch the wrong book, getting the right book out of the bookshelf, that you have to read both. It's a bit dicey, but also having control over time would be pretty sweet. Do you age while time is stopped? Do you need food and drink and poo breaks like normal? If I read a book, finish it, time starts up, I set it down for a moment to flush my full toilet, and come back to put the book away, does time stop and I have to start all over again? This is another example of the type of question I'd like to ban from AskReddit.